Well, hey, LTD family, welcome back for another episode of the Morning Huddle. Hey, we're in a new month, the month of March. It's March 2nd through the 8th. I'm Sam.
I'm Jaquin.
And we're in a new month, but we're in the same book, and that book is The Energy Bus. And today we're talking a little bit about protecting positive energy. And the author, John Gordon, reminds us that positive energy isn't something that we create once, that this is something that we have to protect and that we have to maintain. And that busy seasons, stress, challenges, they can slowly drain, we know this, the morale if we're not super intentional. But protecting positive energy means we're setting boundaries, that we're staying solution focused, which I really love, and choosing perspective even when things can feel pretty heavy. So I guess our question for you today, Jaquin, is what are some ways that we can try to protect our positive energy, especially during some of these stressful or high pressure moments that we find ourselves in?
Well, there's a lot of things that we do personally to make sure that we protect our positive energy. It's very different for everyone. Some would maybe want to go for like a hard workout, or if you have time and money, you can maybe get a massage or something. This is my go-to, like chocolate. I have a lot of these. I have it in my office. I have it in my purse, in my car, at home. Simple. The chocolate makes me happy. But seriously, it is, well, once you to protect it, I think it's really important that you want to make sure that you make there's intentional, like, okay, I am surrounded with with positive people.
Yep.
It's so important. There's a lot of things that we do personally to improve ourselves personally, but then sometimes you can't avoid it. You are surrounded with others that just have a negative energy, and that's when you set the boundaries or help them, you influence them. So instead of them influencing you with their negative energy, maybe you can turn the table around and figure it out as a leader. Like, how can I influence this person to be more positive than negative?
Yeah, I love that. And I think there's, oftentimes opportunities to recognize when, maybe when we're in that mindset ourselves, right? Where we are potentially bringing some negative energy into a situation, and really trying to be intentional about, hey, I've got to really reset that mind, my mind. And I think, when we think about things that are challenging, or we're only speaking about what's hard or what's not good, then it tends to just breed that. And like you said, it's contagious. And so I think really trying to be intentional about recognizing it in ourselves and then also in others, and trying to find ways to, reframe situations. I know that for me, practicing gratitude in moments like that is really what helps me protect and sustain some positive energy, because perspective is always very helpful. And I think always reminding myself that hey, I get to do this. I don't have to do this. We get to be here. We get to serve these customers. We get to interact with our teammates and our associates. And it really is a privilege and an opportunity that we get to have each and every day. And just a reminder that, hey, it's a wonderful thing that we get to come to work today.
Yeah.
And so just having that, just a little bit of a mindset shift there, where from that have to get to mindset, I think can really just be helpful, and just reframing things and saying, hey, is it that bad, right? Just some of that good perspective can be a good boost in positive energy. And I think we've said it before, but we get to set the temperature. And hopefully you can be that positive influence and bring the morale and bring everybody up with you. So that's something that I think we can think about this week, is being mindful and really trying to be intentional about not only reframing our mindset, but also helping others along the way to set and sustain that positive energy through the day. So lots more fun things to think about. And talking about positive energy, we love to celebrate birthdays, and we've got some March birthdays. We'll start on March 2nd with Serena at the Holiday Newport News and Ariana at the Super Chicks in Chesapeake. Happy birthday.
March 4th, we got Emily from the Aloft Chesapeake, Cottrell from Spring Hill Suites, and Tamika from the Holiday Inn Newport News. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. We have Durante at the Delta Chesapeake and Emma also at the Delta Chesapeake. Happy birthday.
March 6th, we got Melanie from the Delta Chesapeake and Joseph from the Stingbridge Suites, Charlottesville. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, you guys. On the 8th, we have Philip from it's a month full of birthdays for the Delta Chesapeake. Happy birthday, Philip. And now we get some work anniversaries, and we'll start with March 2nd. We have Kelly Slusher at the Holiday Inn Newport News celebrating 4 years. Congratulations.
March 6th, we got Cora Brandt from the Delta Chesapeake celebrating 5 years, and Dale Sanders celebrating 1 year at the Stingbridge Suites. Congratulations.
Congratulations, you guys. We have Joel celebrating 3 years at the Delta Chesapeake, and Dakota celebrating 2 years at the Holiday Inn Newport News. Congratulations.
March 7th, we got Zulima Martinez Diaz from the Spring Hill Suites Chesapeake celebrating 2 years. Congratulations.
Congratulations. On the 8th, we have 2 5-year milestones. We'll start with Danielle celebrating 5 years at the Holiday Inn Express Chesapeake, and then also Terry celebrating 5 years at the Holiday Inn Express Chesapeake. Congratulations.
On March 8th, we got Camille from the Spring Hill Suites celebrating 3 years. We got Becky from the Holiday Inn Newport News celebrating 8 years, and Antoine celebrating 4 years from the Holiday Inn Newport News. Congratulations.
Congratulations, you guys. And this week we get to celebrate our star player of the week, and many of you know him. This week we get to celebrate David Person, our chief engineer at the Delta Chesapeake.
So David is a star. Despite of a very low temperatures and heavy winds we have experienced, I did not hear about a single heating or hot water issue in the hotel. Given the age of our systems, that alone is nothing short of a small miracle and absolutely deserves to be recognized. David brings a great attitude every day. He is always looking for ways to help, and he holds his maintenance team accountable to ensure all tasks and responsibilities are completed. Thanks to his leadership, we're not dealing with any VM rooms, and our guests continue to enjoy a great stay experience. And this was submitted by Lindsay from the Director of Food and Beverage from the Delta Chesapeake.
You would think rooms based on some
I know, that's why I was, yes.
Still always so wonderful when people from different departments are recognizing the contributions of their teams and the leaders in the building. And
and Lindsay knows the lingo of rooms department, VM rooms.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, David is a longtime member of the LTD family. We are so thankful to have him. He's been at many of our hotels, but is currently leading the charge there at the Delta Chesapeake. And we're so thankful for you, David. You are our star player of the week. And Lindsay, thank you so much for taking the time to submit this nomination. We are very, very grateful for that. And for that, David, we've got a $50 gift card coming your way. And now we will wrap up like we do each and every week. And we've got a tough one this week for you, Jay Quinn.
La actitud lo cambia todo.
Beautiful. I don't know. I just learned this, you guys, but Jay Quinn is working on her Spanish offline. She's using Duolingo.
Yes.
That's why she's getting better each and every day. Something for all of us to strive for. That means attitude changes everything. I always say, hey, there's 2 things you can influence: your effort and your attitude. And I think that this is a wonderful thought to take into the week. And if you can, get your Duolingo out so you can start speaking just like Jay Quinn.
I know.
Which I love so much. What a wonderful thing to make yourself better. Well, hey, we hope you guys all have a great week. Let's lean in
and get better together.
Thank you guys. Have a great week.